Hey everyone, Eric and Nelson here once again, and thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. For today, I'm going to be doing another book review, which I will be reviewing Wanda Smith's Summer Winds. Now, for those of you who haven't seen my other book reviews, here's why I have a copy of the book cover on a piece of paper. The book is actually on my Amazon Kindle and my webcam, which both of them are on my laptop. And of course, you may think it would be easier for me to insert images through the webcam. Well, I'm a little behind in the technology, and I really don't know how to do that, and just haven't taken the time to learn all the techniques yet. So until then, I am resorting to this method. So anyway, back to the book. First of all, I think it's a great book, and second, before I go any further, for the male viewers that I have here, this book is actually a real romantic book. Now, I don't know if it will appeal to more females or more males or whatever, because I really don't think stereotypically anymore, because whenever I do, I usually turn out to be wrong. And now, of course, stories like The Notebook, well, I'm sorry, but I really don't like that movie, because I think that there's a lot of cliches in that story. Now, I do like romantic stories, kind of like a Titanic or Romeo and Juliet, because, well, from the first time that I read Romeo and Juliet, there was a lot of unexpected twists and turns. It didn't have a happy ending, and neither did Titanic. And I like any kind of story that's not stereotypical. I mean, I like to have the different twists and turns, and I think that there's not a lot of twists and turns in the Summer Winds, but I think that there's a good, reasonable amount where I think it can appeal to everybody, and not just females. However, the centerfold here involves a boy and a girl named Sunshine and Will, and they fall in love. I think, at the ages at 14. So it's kind of like it sort of begins as a puppy love story. And now, without getting into too much detail, Will has to go away for a while. So for the good majority of the book, the two are separated. So it's kind of like a romance without the two people being together for most of the story. And but while they're away, and as they both, are in a heartbreak, and they both want to be with each other, there's also a third romance involved. And I think, and it doesn't involve a person. It actually involves the setting of the story, which is set in Tennessee. The oh yeah, I'm sorry. The story, as I said, is set in Tennessee, and the author, Wanda Smith, she actually took a lot of time and put in a lot of the detail about Tennessee, and how it's a beautiful area, and how both Sunshine and Will, love where they live. And actually, I think Wanda Smith is from Tennessee, so I really don't think she had to do a lot of research into researching the setting. So while they're away, she does, and but as she goes through heartbreak, she does also, I mean, without, writing it in, directly saying, oh, yeah, I may be away from my one true love, but here I am at home and I love being home. But she writes it very subliminally, and she, basically, she's, it's like sort of like a love triangle between Sunshine, Will, and their home sedative in Tennessee. Now, of course, that's not the main centerfold. The main centerfold is where Sunshine and Will are in love and they love each other, but then they're separated, and for most of the story, unfortunately, and they long to be back together. But from my point of view, I see the setting of Tennessee as sort of like the third party in the romance, but yeah. So then that's just my main point of view. So anyway, as I said, I think that this romance story can appeal to both females and males, sort of like how a Titanic did, where it wasn't the typical boy meets a girl, So yeah, so if you're looking for a good romance story without too many cliches and stereotypical situations, pick up Wanda Smith's Summer Winds. You can pick it up like I did on the Amazon Kindle or probably on the Nook. I don't think it's in paperback yet, but check back on Amazon to see if it is or not. So, okay, I'm Eric and Nelson, and hopefully I'll see you at the bookstore.